going to go through some different type of fire extinguishers. They have different type of benefits, pros and cons, if you may, and I will show you how to use it. What I have here is I have a powder extinguisher, a small one. Then I have a couple of water and foam extinguishers, and then I have one CO2 extinguisher. I think this type of a model is the most common one nowadays. It's already pressurized. You can see here's the pressure meter, and you would launch this by removing the safety pin and then aiming to the target. This works in the same way. Here we have a safety pin that you would take off, and after that you could use it. We have also extinguisher where the launching mechanism is slightly different. It will give you instructions. Press 1 to activate it, and then press 2 to use it. This one, as you see, you need to pull out this tag first, the seal, and then you press this to activate it. And then we have also the launcher in the handle. But I will show you how to use this in a minute. You can check what type of the extinguisher is from the labeling. This one is A, B and C, which means chemical dry powder. It comes with pros and cons. Good thing is you can use one of these in very different type of conditions. As you see, now we have wintry conditions. It doesn't matter. This works at -30. It also works up to +60. And this is quite versatile extinguisher, because you could use it for hard material, liquids, gases, electric fires up to 1000 volts, and metallic fires, and so on. So this is very good all-around extinguisher. The downside of this chemical dry powder extinguisher is that it's not very precise missile, so to speak, because the powder will spread in a wide area in the air. This is why actually I have chosen this type of a small powder extinguisher for this demonstration, because you are going to see how the powder will spread in the air. It also has the letter C written in it, ABC extinguisher. C means flammable gases. So this extinguisher type A and B and C is also suitable for gas related fires, such as propane, butane, acetylene, etc. It doesn't have any effectivity number, as different gas types are so different from one another. These numbers you find on the side of the extinguisher will tell how effective it is. As an example, this is 13A 89B class extinguisher, which means that in case I had like a pile of wood, it could be 50 centimeter high and wide, 1.3 meters long, 13A. Whereas in comparison, this is 43A, so it could be 4.3 meters. Second number here is 89B, which means that in laboratory test they have been able to put out fires containing 89 liters of certain flammable liquid. if you compare it with this next one, this is 183 B, which means 183 liters of flammable liquid. Water and foam extinguisher is class A and B, such as this. Like I said, you can read it on the side. This is good for hard material like wood, textile, that type of fires, and also good for flammable liquid fires. You could also use this for electrical fires, such as this, up to 1000 volts. Good thing with water foam extinguisher, in my opinion, is it's not so messy, and this could be beneficial especially indoors. So where you don't want that the extinguishing agent, such as chemical dry powder, will spread everywhere through open doorways, and it could also damage other equipment. Bad thing with this water and foam extinguisher obviously is that it's not good for wintry conditions, as the water could freeze at minus temperatures. For this demonstration, we can still use it now outside because it is currently +3 degrees, and in addition I just brought this extinguisher from warm temperatures, so it is not frozen. That's another foam extinguisher. And then this one is CO2 extinguisher. So it's carbon dioxide. This is class B extinguisher. The effectivity says 89 B. So it's intended for flammable liquids. The way it works is that it will reduce oxygen amount, and when the oxygen level drops from the normal, which as you remember was around 21, when it goes below 16, flame will go down. This gas, when it comes out, is very cold. It's -76 degrees cold. That's why the handle is like this. Relatively, this is not very effective per se, because in case you compare it, that's 233 B over there. This was B89, that was B183. So this is only 89 liters of flammable liquid. So size doesn't guarantee the effectivity. However, good thing with CO2 extinguisher is it doesn't make any mess. So in case you use this like indoors somewhere, it doesn't create a lot of mess to the rest of the room. Place where you use this has to be naturally relatively large, so that you don't cause yourself some breathing difficulties. Also, downside of CO2 extinguisher is that it can't be used in case you would need to help a friend. -76 degrees is very cold. Person could get frostbites, and it also inhale this gas, him or herself. First, I'm going to demonstrate this ABC extinguisher. Okay, powder extinguisher. So this model works so that I press here, and then good distance, 3 to 5 meters with chemical dry powder. I also make sure that wind is not blowing directly to my direction. As you can imagine, film that. Imagine this dust cloud somewhere inside the room. So you can imagine it could cause lot of problems to the other equipment. And I only used a little bit of this, perhaps 1 kilo. By the way, once ABC extinguisher has been opened, you can't use it again, or the pressure will leak out from now on. So after a while, you do not get the powder out anymore. So just saying that in case it should happen that someone accidentally launches the powder extinguisher, it doesn't matter whether you use 1% or 80% of the contents, it's useless after a while, and it has to be replaced with a new one. With sweater blanket, protect your arms like this, and then approach the fire, making sure that the blanket is between you and the fire. Place it over, make sure it's tight, and normally you would just leave it where it is for a while to make sure that this container will have time to cool down, because in case you remove it too quickly, it might reignite as it will get oxygen. With CO2 extinguisher, you have to be quite close. The extinguishing distance is only 1 meter. Once again, remove the safety pin. It might be also a good idea to test it works before you are close to the fire. As you can see, it doesn't leave any mess behind. The gas will vaporize into the air. One thing with ABC and then CO2 extinguisher is, you see how easily these reignite. I have now used chemical dry powder and CO2, and it doesn't require much to get it burning again. Water and foam. This is very good for flammable liquid fires. This model I have to pull this tag away, then grab the handle, pressurize it by pressing this, as you could hear. Now it's pressurized, and then I will launch it from this launching handle. You want to spread the foam into the mix. Here, one thing is that you want to kind of like gently spread the foam over the flame. In case you go on with full pressure, it might aggravate the flame. But now you see there's quite a lot of water and foam on the surface. So this doesn't reignite. Small fire which burned already, but as you see, often it stays down, unlike the ones we did with ABC and CO2. How to operate the fire hose? Open the cabinet, open the main valve, then pull out the hose, open the valve at the end of the hose.